Two Jack Rose, Two Jack Rose.
Okay, everything looks good. This is exciting.
Yeah.
We got our new digs. We're back.
Mm-hmm.
What is up? How you feeling?
Good. I dressed up for the occasion.
Yeah? You dressed up for this table?
Yeah. I wanted to feel like I belonged.
That's all it took?
Yeah.
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 Feel, it is. It's very fancy in here now.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get some viewers. And we appreciate the listeners.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll actually get some viewers.
If you want
To
to
the
check out
podcast.
this table.
I mean, if you like table, if you're into tables.
Yeah.
If you're a little bit of a table file.
A tableist? Is that what you said first? A tableist?
Well, I said a little bit of
Oh.
a table file.
Table file?
Yeah, your brain was like, say tablist. Say tablist.
Yeah.
It's not somebody that hates tables, I promise. We're here. What's up?
Mhm.
I'm feeling good. It's a good weekend.
Yeah.
Hanging out with good people. You had a competition. Our son competed.
Yeah.
You guys got to compete at the same tournament again.
I was thinking like the whole time how awesome that was.
Yeah.
Like when we walked up to the desk and she was like, you know, I was like, we're both competing. And she was like, oh, really? Awesome. And it was like, it is awesome.
Yes, mother and son showing up without black father. What's up? What's up?
He's late.
Yeah. She was like, oh, I'm so glad you guys can do this without a dad in your life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was showing up late with our more ethnic daughters.
Yeah, you people. We were very timely,
We have
me and
a
my
very
son.
segregated family.
We are part of the problem.
Our family is racially segregated. We are part of the problem. We got to fix that.
Yeah.
Welcome to Two Jack Rose. We are fixing the race issue by segregating families internally.
I do a lot of stuff with the girls. That's how we fix it, right?
Yeah.
They show it. They come do white things with me.
Yeah, but you appropriate their culture.
I do.
You just try to, hey, want to do double dodge or something? Or what do you guys like to do?
They suggested it.
like somebody turns around the corner and you're all wearing Afro puffs in your hair. It's like, it was their idea.
Yeah. How did you know our Halloween costume?
Yeah? Afro puff girls?
Yeah.
Or Afro, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but the tournament was good. If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, Ansley competes in grappling on a pretty regular basis. She's a jiu-jitsu competitor.
Yes.
We're a jiu-jitsu family.
Yes.
But I'm mostly a joke guy.
Yeah.
But
you're ready to step back out there, right?
yeah, I can give somebody some fits.
Yeah.
I think I'm a fit giver.
Yeah.
You know.
I'd like to see you compete again.
Yeah, it's tough when you have dedicated your life to jokes, but you have tremendous athletic ability.
It's tough.
Yeah, I'm walking around like a 7-foot guy.
Yeah.
I know what it feels like to be 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know how, like, with the 7-footer, people are always like, oh, man, you should play basketball,
Yeah.
right? With me, it's like, man, you should literally do any sport.
Well, you do. You do jujitsu.
I do. I mean, I mostly do. But I'm dedicated to jokes.
Yeah.
You know? It's, in order to, I feel like in order to compete in jiu-jitsu, you kind of have to be dedicated. You have to, you can't be sleeping like a comedian.
No.
You need better sleep than a comedian gets.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. Because
Yeah.
you can't like control your weight when you're not sleeping. You can't do a lot of things when you're not sleeping.
I would just compete with it at a heavier. I'm not trying to cut weight. I'm too old to
you
be
tell
cutting
jokes.
weight. Yeah, exactly. I'm already not even going in with the right mindset.
No.
I'm already trying to figure out how to eat what I want.
Yeah. Making the excuses.
You know, it's like, no, I mean, it's only discipline for fatties. Like
I just watched David Goggins and he was like talking about, he was like, somebody asked me, how do I still do all these things? He's like, I don't negotiate with myself.
Yeah, I don't negotiate with selves. Yeah, that's, I get it. You can't negotiate with yourself. You either got to do it or don't.
Yeah.
Do it or don't.
Do it or don't.
Right? And I'm choosing, I'm daunting.
You
as far
joke.
as
Yeah.
competing right now. I'm joking. I'm
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
the
yeah.
jokes. I'm daunting the jiu-jitsu competitions.
Yeah.
But it was a fun weekend overall. You had a
Yeah.
good time. You had a good showing.
You did a great job coaching.
Thank you very much.
Coached many people.
I had a
You
good
want to
time.
talk about your coaching? Do you want to tell?
No, I mean, we can get
Oh.
into that on the Patreon.
Okay.
Also, check out our Patreon, Two Jack Bros. What's up?
Yeah.
What's up? But Yeah, it was just an overall good weekend. We got to hang out with the Butterly family. That was also
Yeah,
fun.
they're amazing.
Yeah, they just showed up to support
Yeah.
warriors.
I know. Yeah, they always support.
Yeah,
they're awesome.
just warriors supporting warriors.
Yeah.
What a life to live.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, this is what I prayed my life would be like.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a ninja.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a ninja wife and a ninja life. I'm living my best life. I don't know what you're doing. I hope you're having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what your childhood dream was for a family.
I don't think this was it.
You don't think it was it?
I don't know. I was just thinking
your
that.
childhood dream for a family didn't involve nunchucks at all. No nunchucks?
No.
Matching embroidered nunchucks. Yeah. No, what was your, if you don't mind me asking, if you can remember?
I don't think I really had one. I think I never was like, oh, I want a wedding and daydreamed about a wedding or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I would probably more on a remote island somewhere living with animals.
Dude, we could only work together.
Yeah. I definitely learned how to communicate with animals at some point in my life.
Yeah, I'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty sick.
Maybe found some owls or fairies that would want to be my friends. Lived in a cave.
Yeah, that's you're lucky. You're so lucky you met me.
Or owls.
I mean, or else somebody would have taken advantage of the fact that you didn't have childhood dreams of being married.
Yeah.
Somebody else could have saw that thread and was like, man, I bet I can get her into threesomes. All sorts of swinger shit.
You just are I feel like you believe that you saved my butthole from
I
being
did.
gaping wide open.
Listen, if you ever put a caliber to your butthole, I don't care whatever that measurement is, you better thank me. You better thank me at the proximity of those two prongs of that caliber. Because if this any other lifestyle, any other path with your set of open-mindedness and women, all women have that one flaw where they're all loyal. All women
the
are
anal
loyal.
is jeopardy. It's what's the word I want to think? It's in danger.
In jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Yeah.
You said the a-holes in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's that is definitely apply to the woman. Anytime you leave the house, your a-hole's in jeopardy. if you leave the house and in the back of your mind you don't know that your a-hole's in jeopardy, you're a delusional person.
Yeah.
You're a very delusional person. But also welcome to Two Jack Bros.
Little life lesson for you there.
We take them all.
Yeah.
We take them all. This podcast is about progress.
Yes.
It's about reaching a higher consciousness. Actually, this podcast is about you maintaining your delusion about your a-hole being in jeopardy, yet still reaching a higher consciousness.
That's true.
That's
true.
what this podcast is about. Welcome to Two Jack Bros.
Or even if your a-hole is already ruined, you can still reach enlightenment, right? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's for everybody.
Yeah.
It's for everybody. But I figured I was even saying.
That'll do it to you.
Yeah,
That conversation.
No, but I saved you. I saved you from having a gaping butthole.
Oh.
And because
you were saying somebody like me.
Yeah,
because
women are loyal. Women are already loyal to a fault.
Mm-hmm.
All women are with a guy that they could do better than.
Yeah.
And it's so that added to your lack of having a dream of matrimony.
Yeah, could have led to some.
It could have went down a very
questionable
bad path.
places. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of women that started off with that sort of open-mindedness at your age in life, they ain't looking too hot, right? They're not smiling in a playroom doing a podcast with their beloved. They're not doing that.
No. No.
They are bitter pills to swallow. They're hard to be around people.
Man, I love how you truly in your gut believe that how you saved me in this lifetime.
I think you also saved me.
Mm-hmm.
If not for you, I would be living a life of just conning my way through life, jet setting across the globe, spending lavishly on fancy hotels that I'm not going to pay for. I'm not going to pay for. I'm leaving a trail of criminal activity.
It also sounds like a lifestyle of a woman with a gaping butthole.
Yeah,
I don't know.
does.
Like it overlaps a lot.
We saved each other from a gaping good time. It would have been a good time, but there would have been some serious consequences, you know?
Yeah, the downtime in between all that fun.
Ooh, the
It's
rock
a very
bottom.
dark, yeah.
The rock bottom.
Yeah.
No pun intended on that gaping butthole, but the
Yeah.
rock bottom. I wouldn't even imagine, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like we saved each other. But, yeah. So if you've never listened to Two Jack Bros, welcome. Thank you for listening. Thank you for giving this podcast a shot. What we do here is we take two people that have inappropriate sense of humor, bottom of the hill sensibilities. And we try to prove that even people that are us, don't have to change who we are fundamentally as people to reach a higher consciousness or enlightenment.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. That's
And
a path. That's a mission.
I'm feeling good. Like I'm in the earthing now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a big earther right now.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just when I thought you couldn't get any weirder.
I'll do it.
I
I'll
know.
keep doing it.
I know.
Don't you think that? Don't you even for a second think that? That's probably why I'm in the earthing. You probably got comfortable. You probably got this is it. We've reached our peak, and all of a sudden I
It's a
started
peak,
to feel
not a
that
bottom.
vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a peak.
Yeah, it's a peak. We're going up. We're going up. But you're coming with me. A rising weird raises all ships.
Yeah. Yeah, it
You're
does.
weirding right alongside.
Yeah,
me.
your whole family is out there barefoot
Just
now.
earthing. It's earthing. If you know what earthing is, it's going to be along with fungi, along with getting back. It's going to be getting back to the earth is what's going to change us as a society.
Yeah.
Because earthing is probably the single most important thing that's taken for granted in society.
Think about how much people had their feet in the ground back in the day.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's all it is, by the way. Feet on earth.
Yeah.
That's it. All the time.
Yeah.
It's a very recent dilemma. I don't know if dilemma is the word I want to use because it's not necessarily
Evolution.
It was a very recent. It's a word for trait, is what I'm trying to say. It's
Characteristic.
characteristic, but you more use it amenity.
Okay.
Woo! Wearing shoes is a very recent human amenity.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the rubberized shoes that we wear.
That's why farmers who had to wear like boots because they were like, started to have machines and things that you could cut off toes. Like those farmers that are like, you're around cows, you got to wear boots. That's why they were so grumpy. And everybody else around them was so happy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what farmers were wearing way back in the day because they probably, they cobbled stuff together.
Yeah. You have
know?
to have something on your feet doing what they do.
Yeah, you did. They definitely had something. But for the most part, for a large part of human history, we were barefoot or we had on like leather-bound shoes that were made
Yeah.
out of animal.
Well, kids for sure grew up without shoes, like up until like 1950. And even
Yeah.
like I spent a lot of time as a kid outside without shoes on.
Yeah, out there not dreaming of marriage,
Yeah.
just shoeless,
Yeah.
not dreaming of marriage, you were getting ready for me. So the whole purpose of it, the whole benefit of earthing or grounding is another way to call it, is that it grounds you. It literally grounds you. So everything is made up of charged particles in one degree or another. We have protons, neutrons, and electrons. A little bit of a physics lesson. I can't help that, right? So protons are positively charged particles. Neutrons are neutral. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your phone went off at the perfect time. I don't know if that's going to be picked up.
That was enlightened.
Yeah. So, and then we have electrons.
Yeah.
And electrons are negatively charged particles, right?
Yeah.
People, we're full of protons. We're very proton,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have a positive charge. The Earth is full of electrons.
We're very yin.
We're yin. We're hardcore yin.
We need to yang.
We need the yang to bring us back to neutral.
Yeah.
And too much of either one of them is not good.
Right.
Like you can't always be grounded.
No.
You got to put some shoes on sometimes.
You got to dream up a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Okay, you're tethered. That's
Yeah,
good.
we get it.
But
We get it. You're
that's
down to earth.
but like, it goes what's it called again? Earthing. I get ringworm. Like that's what happened to. They were all earthing.
Oh, so you not ringworm, hookworm.
Hookworm.
Yeah, hookworm is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they were also earthing on their own fecal matter.
You think we've solved that problem?
Yeah,
now?
as long as you don't shit where you stand.
Okay.
I think you're good. I think that's what happened to the South. By the way, if you don't know that historical thing, the slack-jawed yokel, that image comes from the fact that the South got infested with hookworm because they were earthing too hard.
Yeah.
They're too earthy.
Too earthy.
Too earthy.
So too much yang.
Put some fucking shoes on. And that's probably where we got some of the stigma about
shoes.
Because shoes were a hard thing to afford. So then it also gets associated with the stigma of being poor. Yeah. Right? So
you got to be coerced. And like it feels good to be outside with no shoes on. So you got to be coerced into wearing shoes.
Well, I mean, no. I'm talking about like now in society now, like the idea. So how do you get people from this very shoed way of living now to like a more? Well, it's hard because it seems weird. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And it's like it also makes you feel poor. It's like, dude, I have shoes. I can afford shoes. Yeah. You know. Yeah. And think about it. Think about who is the most shoed culture in our society. Who would you say, as a group, if you had to pick out a group, the most shoed group of people in our society?
Black people.
Black people, and more specifically, black guys. Yeah. I grew up in a house that encouraged wearing shoes in the house.
Really?
Yeah.
Like all the way to your bed?
Well, it wasn't necessarily encouraged, but people did it.
Yeah.
And like people mocked because my mom was a shoeless.
You came from the shoeless.
I came from the shoeless, but she was a shoeless faction of her family.
Yeah.
She was like shoeless. Her shoelessness made my family feel poor. Yeah. They were like, how dare you bring us down to, because you got to keep in mind that family lives at the top of the hill.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
Yeah.
So my mom was bringing them down with their shoelessness.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when I moved to
They're like,
family,
get out of our top of the hill house.
Yeah.
They kicked her out as soon as they could.
Never get back again. Yeah. And I remember mom would try to like encourage wearing shoes and stuff, but she never really.
No.
Because she didn't.
Yeah.
She's stomping around in her bare feet all the time. But I'm earth now. And I think that's probably one of the reasons that the black community is, as a whole, again, there are individuals within the black community that are crushing it. That's always going to be the case. Mm-hmm. But when you look at the culture as a whole, I think one of the reasons for the large pockets of toxicity is a lack of being tethered to the earth. We got to get these motherfuckers back on the earth.
Yeah, it's going to
Welcome to Earth.
It's going to be hard because everybody's like creeped out by bugs. They're like, there's things in the grass. There's bugs in the grass. There's like, that's like.
Well, I can't stop thinking of how, once again, Will Smith is the answer.
Oh. we should write him and tell him that we need to see him. He needs to social media himself earthing.
Yeah. He got to get these black people barefoot.
He'll do it.
Hashtag welcome to Earth. Welcome to Earth.
I'll reach out to his wife. She'll have him do it.
Yeah. She'll get up.
She goes outside barefoot. I'm sure she does.
But that is another thing. I feel like, we talked about this before, but I feel like a lot of the like black people are afraid of dogs. It's like made up in their own mind. Yeah. You watch. It's like if you were truly afraid of dogs, you're not going to do the types of shit that is going to make a dog come towards you. Right. I saw a little girl the other day that was truly afraid of dogs. She was frozen. Yeah. She didn't know what to do. She was freaking out. She was trying not to make. She was trying to alert her mom, but not make so much noise. She alerted the dog.
Because they're a fucking wild animal when you're scared of them. You're like, I remember once I went over to my friend's house when I was like 8th grade, and she had 2 dogs that are they're like really fluffy and they're like known for being aggressive. Mm-hmm. I forget what they are. Chews or
fucks.
Yeah.
Chows
maybe. Yeah. But like I don't know.
Try not to like racially say their name wrong. It's like they were possibly Asian.
And they just like every once in a while they would just like freak out on people. Mm-hmm. Like I could feel one eyeing me up when I was going to the trash can when we were in their kitchen. Yeah. And like you're like, oh, it's like, yeah, it's like a wolf looking at you once you
Yeah.
get scared of it. And you're like, it can smell my fear. I can't be afraid. I
You
can't
don't know
move.
what to do.
I can't. Yeah, you're like, you're stuck.
You're not going to start making big gestures.
No.
Right?
No.
That's number one.
No.
Because you know that if something is looking at you predatory,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, that is neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So a lot of this, like, the fear of nature, that's stuff that people are, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You are uncomfortable with nature because you're telling yourself you're uncomfortable with nature. But
Yeah.
you come from Africa. Like, black people come from Africa.
But
They
you
still
only-
don't
you
have
only-
shoes.
I know. That's why you guys can be late, because it's cultural.
Taking their
You
time,
pick-
but they also don't got a hookworm. They're not shitting where they stand either.
True.
They figured
True.
that shit out a long
Yeah.
time ago and didn't have to put shoes on to figure it out. Shout out Africa.
Yeah, yeah. True. I have a story for you about black people and their relationship with nature.
Yeah.
At the University of Wisconsin,
Okay.
they made them the black group, like student
The
union group.
Black Student Union.
Yeah.
The Association of Black Collegians, which I was a part of. in
Yes,
college. Yeah.
they made them move a rock because this rock in the 20s was given a derogatory name that you call black people. They never told, in this article, they never told me what the rock was named.
Coon.
But it
Coon
was
rock.
they did tell me it was a dark rock. And
I know the word.
yeah.
And the fact that they didn't say the word, but like try to like let you know what the word was.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were like, how do we say this? It's the same color as the rest of the rocks, but a little darker. You know what I mean? Like an axe, a little darker. Like it's a little louder than the rest of the rocks.
It's like this giant rock, like it's bigger than you, like
Yeah.
like 40,000 tons or something, and it's like was moved by the glaciers, and it's just like one of those rocks that's in the middle of nowhere, like
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
landed.
yeah.
So it's like it's a landmark, but
Yeah.
the name that they gave it to it, the students didn't appreciate, so they made them
Well-
spend.
Go ahead.
They spent like $50,000 to move this rock,
Yeah, yeah.
and they like feel like that cohesion is being made.
So here's the thing. It's a little ridiculous. These people need to take their fucking shoes off. Right? These people need to take
Hang
their
out
shoes
by
off.
the rock,
Need to
maybe.
chill by that rock.
That rock didn't do anything
It's
to you.
grounded.
Yes.
That is a source of pure balancing ions that you
And-
need. And you're moving it.
And I know I can't say the rock name, but I feel like that's like a catchy name.
Yeah, so I'm going to say the name. Right? And by the way, it's not the name of the rock. It's the name of that type of boulder. Right? Like a big old boulder. a big old N-word head. It wasn't called N-word head rock.
No.
That type of rock was an N-word head. Like the N-word, like, so the rock had a name. Like say
Yeah.
it was like Jefferson Rock.
Yeah.
Jefferson Rock is an N-word. But yeah, these people need to ground.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they feel imbalanced.
Yeah.
And I think that's largely what the black community is crying out right now for is balance.
Yeah.
And if you feel a lack of balance and you're being told that you're being unbalanced culturally by systemic oppression, white people, whatever. So if that's what you see, then is associated with the feeling inside of you. But it's not. We're just unbalanced.
Mm-hmm.
Not just black people, but people.
People.
Like
yeah,
the same
for sure.
people that are telling, like that are not black, that are like, yeah, black people, it's not fair. You guys are getting treated so. Like, take your fucking shoes off and go walk on the grass.
Karens are unbalanced too. Very
They're
unbalanced.
very unbalanced.
They got a lot of yang.
Yeah, they're yanging hard.
Yeah.
Hard yangers. Yeah, where else you want to go? Because I was thinking the other day when we I had to yell at the kids for slamming doors when we were at the gym the other day,
Yeah.
and like I got in them good,
Yeah.
right? But I could not, like, walking away from it. I was just like, man, I get it though. Slamming doors is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, it is. I always want to slam doors.
Yeah.
I don't understand why every time a door gets slammed, somebody's like, what's wrong with you? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I slammed a door.
Yeah, for sure. Like in a big empty like building too, it'll make a huge noise.
Those are great sounds.
Yeah.
Those are great. I'm sorry, it's the acoustics. Like I get it though about like I don't know enough about cars to understand why slamming car doors is a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I know people get really upset about it. Don't slam my car door.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, maybe back in the day it used to like jar windows loose or something like.
I could see that. And
you know?
like remember the seatbelts when seatbelts used to give and they'd like be stuck in there and like you slam a door and like a seatbelt
Yeah,
is
so
still
you
in there.
ruin it.
It ruins the seatbelt,
Yeah.
ruins the door, like that causes all sorts of problems.
And
And
cars were made in America. We invented cars.
Yeah.
So the first cars were American made, and we know about American products.
Don't rattle that car too much.
Fucking doors were just falling off the hinges and shit. And we're also a superstitious culture, so we were just blaming it on them being slammed.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's I bet slamming car doors has no ill effect on cars.
Probably good for them.
Probably.
They need it every once in a while.
Keeps the doors closey.
Yeah.
You want to have a closey door with a car? They got to be closey. Seals it airtight.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? Helps it float. That's probably why cars can't float.
Like we're not slamming them doors hard enough.
Yeah, it's yeah. I was talking to. I kept forgetting to tell you about this. I was talking to a jujitsu friend of yours. You know, like I don't want to say her name, and it's like people know Jackie, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to her the other day, and you know, like somehow I don't even know how the conversation happened and got here, but like 1 second I was like talking about your mom and like how much we miss her, and she mentioned that her dad passed recently and stuff, and then like from that conversation, like I guess I was just like the way she was talking about her dad, like the warmth, like she was glowing, you know, and I was just like, wow, you were clearly very close to your dad.
Yeah,
that's very evident with the way that you're. It was almost like she was beaming with his energy, like trying to show, like not trying to, but like I don't know. It's hard to say. It's what I saw was it was just like I wanted to be around it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And so it's just talking about how awesome that is because dads usually suck.
Yeah.
You know, like I know people that thought they grew up with a good dad until they became parents themselves.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, fuck, my dad sucks. Damn, shit. He cool, though. He's cool? I mean, he's okay? I don't know. He sucked. Oh, no.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, because that's like, but that sucky dad that person, you know, realized was a sucky dad, that,
But how does that go for a guy? Because, like, I feel like I understand it for a girl, but, like, when a guy has that realization, is it, like, because his dad wasn't teaching him lessons, because his dad wasn't around, because his dad didn't treat his mom right, like, because his dad didn't do anything with it? Like, what is it?
I mean, well, if your dad doesn't treat your mom right, you probably don't think he's a good dad.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, but, again, he's got to teach you lessons.
Yeah.
Right? He's got to give you something because usually it's like at the so like he's not compassionate, right?
Yeah.
He's the reason that you believe that men don't talk about their feelings, or men, you know, it's the things
when you realize you're broken because of your dad.
Yeah. It's
Fuck, you broke me.
Well, you realize that it's not all the mom's fault.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Okay.
fuck, dad broke me too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mom still broke me a lot.
Yeah.
Mom broke most of me.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, dad broke some too.
Okay.
Right? So, yeah, but that's just a funny thing to me. Like how much dads suck.
Yeah.
And just like skate by life. Just
Yeah.
really, people don't expect much from a dad.
No, and like you said, you don't realize it until you see somebody that's like, "Oh, my dad was fucking awesome," and like they mean it. Yeah, because like as an adult, like as going through life, like you know, like you really know it, and you know it for sure. Because so, like you said, some people say that when they're younger, and you're like, "Oh, you just haven't realized it yet."
Yeah, it's like, no, I know your dad. Your dad's not a good dad.
Yeah.
Sorry, kid.
Yeah.
You're wrong. You're wrong about the quality of your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we want to get into some of the show.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
So one of the things that we do here, basically what we're doing is we're just trying to open up our chakras,
Yes.
Right? We start from the bottom and go up.
Yeah.
Right? And we got some workarounds, some ways to open up some of the chakras. We got some. So we're not going to get into chakras. That's not what this is about. We're just going to get into this part of the podcast.
Yeah.
One of the things that we like to do is we like to apologize to any person, place, or thing, any noun that might need an apology that for something that we might be holding on to negative energy for, and we need to release for balance, right? Right? Something that just taking your shoes off and getting in the grass isn't going to fix. Like you need something. You need to release this. And this segment is called My Bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Ansley, what do you got?
I don't want to do this one this week.
Uh-oh.
It's embarrassing, and I I almost wanted to go like do something rude to somebody, so I'd have like I'd be like I have some my bad.
You're
like
in the triple midget?
Yeah. So I could apologize for that instead. The other night, it'd been a while between
please tell
us.
me this. Is this more you breaking our kids?
Yeah, your son walked in the room, and I don't know. It was dark. I don't know what he saw.
Oh no! You masturbate in rooms you can't lock? What is wrong with you? That is a level of comfort that I don't even have. Like people think that like, oh, Sidney's so confident and comfortable. It's like, I mean, I have my limits. Goodness gracious. Man, that's one step away from thinking nothing can happen to your butthole.
Listen,
wait. Okay, go ahead. I have questions.
I know our kids and how they sleep. It doesn't happen often. The girls were asleep.
Yeah.
They were gone. I wasn't worried about our son. Like he usually doesn't come down from that bed.
So I'm asking now, because you do have a little device.
Yeah.
Were you analog or digital?
Analog.
In the
Analog.
mic. In the mic.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
It's weird when you get caught. You got caught. You're an adult. You got caught masturbating. You got caught. Goodness gracious. Nobody ever catches me. I mean, you can walk in on me, but I'm not going to get caught. I mean, because I lock the doors. Like, only you. Like, I so carefully curate my masturbation that only you could walk in on me.
Yeah.
Like there's no possible way with how airtight. Like that's probably one of the reasons I don't like masturbating. It takes a 45-minute planning period just so I can comfortably masturbate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, do I want to masturbate? It's like, yeah, but I also don't feel like drawing schematics right now. So I guess I'm not.
I could climb out this window on our low roof, and like if I go over there's an angle where nobody could see me.
Yeah, I can show you the drawings. Yeah, that's pretty
My hands
ridiculous.
are all sweaty. Okay,
Yeah.
what's your bad, Sidney?
No. So we're not done. We're not done.
We are
yet.
so done.
So where is this apology going? We have to direct this apology. Who is this apology to? What is this apology?
It's to our son.
Yeah.
If yes.
Well, but
When he realizes later on in life, if he has a moment later in his life when he's like, oh, I know what I saw.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he knows right now.
No. He'll be with a woman and have a family by the time he realizes that.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's one of
So
the
future son, to my future son.
yeah to your future man, your future
He'll still be my son, my
Yeah.
man son. I'm
Yeah,
sorry I broke you in so many ways. I'm sorry you're still discovering the ways that I broke you.
He's gonna walk in on his wife, and in a moment that should be sexy, that should be erotic, he's just gonna fall to his knees and put his face in his hands, just like, Mama. Yeah, that's all right, shit happens.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
It's life.
But it's also very fortunate that, I mean, I don't know what the layout was of your masturbation. I don't know how you get down, right? I've never walked in on you. However, as a woman, one of the benefits to masturbating is that nothing has to be
It's
out.
not as disgusting as men.
It's not.
I mean, there wasn't grunting. Sorry.
You don't know what a man masturbating looks like. Come on. It's because the good ones you don't know. You'll never know what you'll never really know what a masturbating man looks like. Because if a true masturbation is done in absolute secrecy, the good one, the real one.
Yeah.
You know, but again, nothing has to be out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you masturbate in as a man, but it's like that's difficult.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's but that's fortunate. That's a very
fortunate
feature.
Yeah.
Of the like for having such a weird leaky organ. That is one of the benefits. Like in a social setting.
Secret. It's a secret little pouch.
Yeah, and you can also do it amongst friends, and nobody would would
know.
None the wiser.
None the wiser.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Sneaky vaginas.
Sneaky little vaginas. Sneaky. Because if men could masturbate in social settings without being found out,
yeah,
come on,
all the
Come on.
time. You did all at every moment.
dude, we would just be, we would be constantly trying to show how. I mean, like, dude, look, no hands. What am I doing? You know, it would be constant.
Yeah.
It would be. It just came. Anybody else? Anybody else? Losers.
That'd be a gross world.
It would be. We'd be valued by how often we could come.
Yeah.
The hierarchy for being a man would be different.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the size of the penis. It would be the amount of times you could come in a day.
Yeah.
Pretty sick. Yeah, I don't know. Well, whatever. So my bad is I realize that I should probably take it easy on slutty gay men.
Does this come after your rant the other day?
Well, I mean, that is, people are like, that needs explanation. You can't just say that. It's like, yeah, what should we be canceling him for? What did he say? Yeah, no, it was because of my rant the other day. But it was also, that rant made me realize that I am way harsher on slutty gay men.
A lot of your apologies are to like single mothers, like black women, the gay men. It's just interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm out there trying. I'm trying to get this negativity out of my life so that I can, you know.
You really have. Once you make your apology, I feel like you do better.
Right? I think so too. I have not even almost side-eyed a fat white mom since I let that apology out.
Yeah.
Like, me and fat white moms are so cool now.
Yeah.
I mean, what up, fat white moms? Shout out. Shout out, fat white moms. But yeah.
So go ahead. Get it off your chest.
Yeah, I feel like I'm disproportionately harsh because I think slutty gay men are gross, and I think slutty women of any kind are awesome.
Yeah.
And I think it's let me take it back. Slutty gay men are also funny.
Yeah.
It's like funny and weird and gross.
Because they're out there about it. Like,
they are.
I mean, some women are too, but like most of them are like this is part of my personality.
I'm like my brain is blowing up with epiphanies right now because I'm realizing that I don't take slutty gay men seriously.
Yeah.
So I don't respect their sexuality. Because here's why. It's not my fault. They're dealing with the funniest stuff. They're men who have penises.
Yeah.
And they stick them in buttholes. Those are the two most hilarious organs on earth. What is the funniest organ known to man? A penis. What's the second funniest part of the human body? A butthole. Or, I mean, that might not even be your wave. All right, I'll ask you differently. Hey, what's the funniest part of the human body? A butthole. What's the second funniest?
Yeah.
They're 1 and 2 no matter who you are.
Yeah.
Penis and buttholes are 1 and 2 as far as what's the funniest parts of the body. And that is exclusively what gay men deal with. Yeah. The funniest parts of the body.
You don't think you could be in that situation and not be laughing?
I don't think I can be in that situation. I don't think I'm wired to enjoy buttholes that way. Or have my butthole enjoyed that way. I am only wired to enjoy them comedically, and that is
Yeah.
who I am as a person, and I'm not going to deny that, right? I'm going to be me. I'm not going to lie to myself. Tell the truth, be truthful. That's our mantra, right?
Yeah, it's
That's
up
my
there.
truth. I find buttholes and penises funny, which implicitly gay men are hilarious to me.
Yeah.
They just are. And so I guess my apology is for not realizing that it was pure comedy. I don't even have an issue with them.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
I think gay sex is hilarious.
You've come so far.
Not funny enough to watch. It's not like, you know,
Yeah.
the movie Idiocracy where I'm like, yeah, put on men having sex in butts.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, you know? Like, just have it on in the background. I don't even have to watch. I just like knowing this thing. I'll look in every now and again and like have a chuckle, you know? Or when my favorite part's coming up, I can hear it and I'll
I've
look.
only been in like one dorm room in college where like the porn was on in the background and it was
Yeah.
supposed to be like an okay thing.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I was like, no,
Yeah.
like I do not ever need to be back in this energy vibe again.
All
like
those people suck.
A bunch of dudes that are just
Yeah.
watching porn by like in like a dude house.
Yeah.
That is a weird thing.
And having it like let's let it be open to anybody. I
Yeah.
get there's only like in that group only two of those people maybe don't suck,
Yeah.
and the rest of them are just like are just hard to be around people.
Yeah.
Just suck.
Yeah.
You know, the two guys that thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then everybody else is like, we should be able to watch porn. You know,
Yeah.
like those guys fucking suck.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
fucking suck.
Yeah.
But
Because I was gonna tell you this after the podcast, but I feel like I'd have to do it now
okay.
with my bad
Yeah.
situation. So to be totally truthful,
Yeah.
I was looking in the drawer for the electronic contraption, and your son came in. He was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Nothing." I was like, "Go back to bed."
Yeah.
He was like, "Okay." I kissed him on his head. He went back to bed. And then I got in bed. And I was like, well, I was already had this in my head, like that I was going to do this.
Yeah.
And that's when I did it. And then your son came back. I feel like I had to
Holy
say the
shit.
whole truth.
Because for a second I was like, oh, you just got caught with your hand in the cookie jar.
I almost
even-
did. I should have,
Yeah.
but I didn't learn.
Like, dude, that is the dude in you. Most moms, no, that's not even true. I feel
No.
like it's weird because it seems easier for women to do that, to go back to that after getting but like if we were about to have sex
Yeah.
and then somebody walked in on the beginning and we have to like, oh no, go back, cool. I'm like, okay, where were we?
Yeah.
You know, like seems a little weirder than like going back to yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can you were talking about how funny penises were.
Yeah.
Is now the right time to talk about this movie that I watched?
Yeah.
The Final Member?
Yeah.
I'm dying to talk to you about it.
Yeah, but by the way, oh yeah, go for it. Let's hear about it.
All right. About The Final Member?
Yeah.
So it's this documentary about this guy, Sigurdur Hertsson. I don't know. They're from Iceland. I don't know
Yeah.
how they talk. But they call it Ziggy. We're going to call it
You got to
Ziggy.
go up and down. Sigurdur.
Sigurdur
Yeah. Right?
Hertsson.
Hydrotursin.
Yeah.
Sigurdur Hydrotursin.
So he has a penis museum in Iceland.
Yeah. And this was a documentary you were watching.
This is a documentary,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
This isn't somebody you discovered through your research.
No. I
It's
just
like-
watched the documentary.
Yeah.
But he has like every penis in the world, every animal in the world, except for a human penis. So he's on a quest to get a human penis because he's getting old and he's like worried he's gonna
You better
die.
be careful how you fucking post that on Craigslist. I'm looking for dick. Any dick, all shapes and sizes of dicks.
Well, he's got rules about this dick.
I'm looking for a very specific dick.
Yeah, with very specific skills. So,
Is dickin'?
so the dick.
You have my cum.
he's going to put it on display. So he needs legal paperwork that signs off saying that like you give him your dick, that it's either, like he's thinking that he's going to get it from a body that dies. So like, that he needs paperwork.
Somebody has to donate the dick.
Yeah, somebody has to donate the dick.
That's
right.
pretty
Rule
wild.
number 1. So somebody's got to donate the dick.
Yeah. I got this dick that's going to science when I die. I mean, it's a guy has a museum. It's pretty good. It's a good dick.
It's so funny because I can't wait to tell you about the guys that are like
yeah. So
to share the dick.
So what are the before we get into that? What are the specific parameters? What kind of dick is he looking for? Clearly, he's looking for a black dick. Next. No, I mean, like, come on.
Well, he wants an Icelandic dick because he thinks it would be good for it to be. They've got a lot of national pride there. Yeah. They're like this giant island with not too many people on it and like isolated. So he wants it like if it was a well-known dick, that would be better for him. It's better for the museum.
I'm seeing where this is going. Do you see the twist?
I don't know because.
All right, keep going. I'm telling you how this is going to end.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Oh,
You think you see it?
I think you're.
You
Yeah,
think
you
see
have
it?
been. You have been earthing, sir.
I've been earthing.
Yeah.
I'm so grounded.
So rule number 1, he needs the paperwork signed on this dick.
Mm-hmm.
And rule number 2 is that it's got to be at least 5 inches long.
Okay.
Because in Iceland, there's a saying that there was an old lady. There's a fable, like a fairy tale, a fable. An old lady once went to get divorced from her husband, and they were like, "Well, why? You can't get divorced from him." And she was like, "Well, look at his penis. It's too small."
Mm-hmm.
And they're like,
I don't appreciate you pointing down to my penis while you're doing that. Yeah, this is 2 Icelandic people she's talking about.
Look at your penis.
For
It's
those
too
of you
small.
now I'm like, maybe people shouldn't be watching this.
And they're like, oh, they measure it, and they're like, it's 3 inches. And they're like, 3 inches isn't enough? You can't do it with it? And she says, 1 in the hair, 1 in the skin, and a 3rd and a 4th and a 5th are in.
Okay.
So 5 inches is minimum for a dick.
So 1 in the hair, 1 inch.
1 inch in the hair.
1 inch in the...
There's Icelandic women. That's
yeah,
a lot.
like thick, callous pussies.
Yeah.
They got Winterpuss.
Winterpuss. It's cold.
They got Winterpuss.
Yeah, you got the blubber. It's got to like surround it, yeah.
So Winterpuss. So
Yeah.
thick,
1 in the
that
hair.
1 inch thick Winterpuss skin.
1 in the skin.
Yeah.
A 3rd and a 4th and a 5th are in.
Okay. So you need 5 inches of penis.
Because they were like, this is 3 inches. You're good to go. And she was like, you forgot about the hair and the
Winterpuss.
skin. Yeah.
We're Icelandic. Why do we go to a male doctor? Yeah. That's all right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just so excited to share that little
So what
ditty
kind
with
of
you.
people?
So he's got his eye on this one Icelandic guy. His name is, let me try, Paul Eriksson.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like Paul
Eriksson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, so he's this adventurer guy who is known for womanizing. Like he's like it made me feel like he was like a Hugh Hefner type.
He's gonna like, come on, smell this dick. This dick has been in so much Winterpuss. Smell it. Come on, smell it. Doesn't it smell like all the women put together? It's like, yeah, go ahead.
So he's associated with that. People know his name. He was an adventurer, and he kept a book where he wrote the name of every woman he had sex with, except for the prostitutes from like Paris and Rome, because you don't keep them in your book, I guess.
Yeah.
And he had like
They're
over
not book worthy.
No.
Yeah. Get your fucking not even pamphlet worthy.
He was like, I forget what he said. He caught some disease from one of them.
Yeah, you'll still be part of my lore, but I ain't writing that shit down.
Yeah. And when he was looking at his book, he was like, oh, Maggie, she had nice breast and a nice butt. Like
Yeah?
he was like, oh, like he was like giddy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had 300 women in there. Like,
Wow.
right?
Good dick.
Good dick. And but the problem is he's getting older too.
Yeah.
Now, were you aware how much a dick shrinks when you like hit your 90s?
No.
Do you want to see a picture?
Damn, I'm thinking about how old I want to live now.
Apparently, the dick gets a lot smaller as you get older, and this is just something that happens. And he was like 92, and he's like, my dick is getting smaller. Like they're having these conversations over the phone because he has signed the papers. He went like before he got old, his dick was good to go.
Yeah.
He went at some point, and they were going to do a plaster of his penis to prove that, make sure it was 5 inches. Like, I don't know. They were going to do a plaster of his penis. And, but the man doing the plaster, I guess, has never done a penis plaster before. And I would be like, you need a hard dick to plaster.
You can't plaster a soft.
He was trying to.
Why would you plaster? That doesn't make physical. It would just like go with the plaster.
Exactly. It was.
You might pull his dick off.
They said that.
Yeah.
They were like, you're gonna pull his dick off.
I'm seeing it in my brain.
They didn't shave anything, so it's all stuck in his Icelandic hair.
These are people that don't draw masturbation schematics. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You draw enough masturbation schematics, you know what a dick can and cannot do.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Whatever.
So he's reaching older. He's in his 90s, and he's like not dead yet, and he's calling up his Ziggy, and he's like, my dick is getting smaller, and he's like starting to get a little. Ziggy's like, I think he's gonna be embarrassed that like this is the famous Paul's dick, and it's on display, and it's not big enough, like so Ziggy has another guy that's reached out to him.
Yeah.
An American named Tom Mitchell. Now, Tom Mitchell is a weird dude.
Yeah.
And in the process of this, he's got like a 7-inch dick. How did he, I don't know. He like sent something.
Like, is he looking for, when he's giving his measurements, he's like, are these flaccid measurements?
I don't think so.
He's looking for 7-inch soft. He's looking for a 5-inch soft dick.
No, these are hard measurements.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because it's like third and
for
fourth
the lady.
and the fifth
Yeah,
are in.
and that was like, and like in Iceland when they came up, like when they started talking about that was about how sex has to be pleasurable for women too.
Yeah.
Like so that was like a whole movement in their culture.
Yeah. So Winterpuss is coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Now Tom Mitchell, he calls his 7-inch dick Elmo, and he wants Elmo to be famous. He's like lived such a life that he just wants his Elmo to be famous. He took his Elmo to the tattoo parlor and got it tattooed with an American flag, red, white, and blue on it.
Fuck yeah.
And stars.
I fuck with this
and
now.
he sent it to Ziggy.
You want
he was
this
like,
dick now?
Ziggy, yeah. He's going to the woodsman.
It's like, before I send you my dick, let me sew a cowboy hat on it.
Sidney, he dressed his penis. Stop it. I'm not there yet. So
I'm sorry. Did I come too early? Did I pre-ejaculate your story? I'm so sorry. I did not mean to pre-ejaculate your story. You know I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
You know I come quick. You know that I do that. Both sexually and story-wise, I come fast. One of the fastest comers. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So he's like he wants to be in control of how Elmo is displayed, right?
Yeah.
So he's gone and
yeah, he got a tattoo on it.
Ziggy's like, no, like once you donate your dick to me, it's mine. I'll display it how I want to display it. And Tom is like, well, how about you keep my dick for the busy season and I'll keep it during the off season, because he's gonna give it to him while he's still alive. He's gonna get his dick removed. And give it to him. It's
just like, do you know how long 7 inches is? Like, it's not. It's like, how about what if he
stuck it through the hole every day?
How about I display my dick this time, but okay.
But he went to an expert craftsman, and he's like getting the box made and like a mirror under the shelf, because then people can see the backside of it, and like it's got to be perfect. And he's like, do you have a warranty on your boxes? Because I want my Elmo to be there for like a long time, And so and Ziggy's like, I don't appreciate all this. He's like, I don't even know if I want Tom's dick anymore, And Tom's like dressing his dick up in little costumes and sending him pictures. And Ziggy is not liking this, and he's trying to distance himself from this. And Tom is like, I don't know why he doesn't appreciate Elmo.
You can never open up the Pandora's box of allowing a man to send you a dick pic. You can't do it. Once you let him send you one dick pic,
then you get Santa Claus dick. Then you get animal dicks, lion dick. Then you get and they were showing us all these pictures.
Yeah.
It was
Hold on a second. I know you haven't mentioned anything about what Tom Mitchell looks like. I don't think. I'm gonna play what he looked like.
What he looked like, Sidney.
Right now.
Okay.
Right? So I don't think we have to explain what he looked like. You know what it is. You get presented a character,
Yeah.
and we play a game called What Do You Look Like?
What did he look like?
White guy. I'm done. So that is a white guy. I mean, that's the way. I think we all know what that guy looks like. Like, white guy, is his hair thinning a little bit on top?
Yes.
Because he's that guy, right?
Yes.
Does he wear glasses? He doesn't need glasses, but his hair, he
Yes.
wears, right? He's, I don't want to say a round head, but like, we know what the fuck he looks like. It's crazy. He's either like thin and like sinewy,
No,
or
the
like
other
skinny
one.
fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's skinny fat guy.
Like plaid shirt tucked into the khakis
Dude,
really hard.
there are only 3 guys in America that do this.
And like what with the movies, like he was the guy in that movie that looked through the Polaroid pictures, like that creepy neighbor.
Yeah,
It was him.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. We know who that guy is.
That
We
guy.
know who this guy is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's maybe that's because I'm grounded right now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just a reason we should all be grounded.
To know about
We need
him.
to know who these guys are.
Yeah. So Tom and Ziggy are at
what if that was the solution to, I guess racism? It's like, I don't know if you can say whether or not all black people still, you don't ground.
Yeah.
You're not grounded enough to have that thought.
You make people take off their shoes to have these conversations.
Yeah. Now what do you think about black people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me Asians what now? One more time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ziggy's in a tough spot right now, right?
Yeah.
Because when his famous Icelander is getting old and his penis is shrinking, and Tom is just too much with his dick.
It's too much of a problem.
He's too much,
7 inches ain't worth all that.
right? Like,
You know your fucking place, 7 inches.
Just when you're ready, cut off your dick and send it to me, and you're done. Like that's all
Yeah.
you need to know. Because like Ziggy has made many wood carvings out of dick that look like dicks. Like he has a dick phone, he has a dick mallet.
Yeah.
He has made his friends like glasses out of dick bone. Like he is on it with the dick.
Dedicated his life to dick.
Yeah, he doesn't need Tom Mitchell telling him how to display a dick.
Tom Mitchell actually should mind his fucking business on that part.
Right.
Like, Tom Mitchell should know that guy is the expert.
Yeah.
Right? You can't tell him how to display it. You can only think about how you want your dick displayed, and you're American. Of course you want your dick displayed with, like, a fucking bald eagle and flames and, like, pyrotechnics and
Yeah.
shit. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
I want my, I get it too. But you also have to understand, Tom Mitchell, that you're at least an inch short to be making demands.
Tom Mitchell is so American about it, though. He's like, if he doesn't respect my dick the way I want him to, I'm going to take my dick elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm going to create a market somehow. I'm going to convince other people to want this dick. Like, what do you mean you're going to take your dick elsewhere? Nobody wants your dick, Tom Mitchell. It's the only person on earth that wants your dick. Come on.
You know what Tom Mitchell did with his dick?
Oh, dear God.
He went, it was interesting. He went to a
He just
place.
put it in a meat grinder while looking straight at the other. Like, yeah?
Dude, he
yeah?
was-
You don't
I-
respect my fucking dick? Then nobody gets my dick.
When he was getting the tip of his dick tattooed with stars and stripes, he was talking to the video camera about it. And like, he was having no reaction to it,
Yeah.
which was, I don't know.
Maybe that's why he's comfortable getting rid of his dick. Maybe it has no feeling.
He did break his dick when he was a younger man, and so he has had 4 wives, I believe he said, and he thinks he's more sensitive than most people. So when like women, like he really loves women, and he thinks that women can tell that he is so like subservient to them, like he can't help himself, and that women have taken advantage of this. And he's had his heart broken, and he just can't do it anymore, and he doesn't want to have somebody else have this control over him anymore. So that's part of the reason why he's okay with getting his dick taken off while he's alive. But he loves his dick, and he wants Elmo
He
to
doesn't
be
love
famous.
his dick. He doesn't love his dick. But I guess if you love something, let it go. And if it's truly meant to be, it'll come back to
Yeah,
you.
and I started saying that because with one of his wives, he did get his dick broken with some wild sex, as he said, and he has to like catheterize it like once a week, or else he won't be able to pee
He broke a
because
7-inch dick. Dude, it's like, come on, man. It's like, what are you doing? Just appreciate that it's not a 6-inch dick. Do you know what I mean?
I know. He said the lady was bouncing up and down and she came down on it wrong. I heard that story twice this week, and I can't remember the other place I heard it.
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing to hear twice in the same
It's
week.
just an irresponsible way to handle a dick. I mean, on both parties. Like,
Yeah.
the woman, the man, it's like, grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So maybe he needs to pick better women that are grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get no grounded woman is gonna break your dick like that.
Hopping on a 7-inch dick. And like a 7-inch dick still looks fragile.
Yeah.
It's not until you get like up into the double digits where you're like, holy, that could take a pounding. Like that dick can take a hop or two.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Whatever.
So let me wrap this up. So,
Yeah.
Ziggy's worried about this all. He starts contemplating maybe he should give his own dick to science because he gets a blood clot in his leg. And he's like, if I die, people die without their collections being completed. That can't be me. His son's going to take on the business for him.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, Pal dies. He passes away. And he donates his dick, and he gets his dick, and his dick is big enough.
Yeah.
It's a decent dick. It's got the balls on it. It's got the Icelandic hair all over it. Like, it doesn't even, I don't know what it looks like, but that's not what I thought it was going to look like.
Gandalf? Does it look like
Yes!
Yes. Does it look like an old wizard?
Yes.
Listen, I'm grounded.
You are, yeah.
I'm very grounded.
He displays it how he wants to display it. He has a big, opening at the museum. He has his best year ever at the museum. His son's taken over the business. It's a happy story.
Yeah.
And Tom Mitchell takes Elmo, and he is working on a comic book strip with Elmo, the superhero penis. And it's just like a penis that has a cape on and flies around and does superhero stuff.
Super dick.
Super dick.
Yeah.
So everybody's doing good in this story.
Everybody's doing something.
Yeah.
Something. So, wow, that was enlightening. What do you feel like that can teach people? Like, how do you feel like that can help people get one step closer to a higher consciousness and enlightenment?
Well, Ziggy's whole thing about having this museum, he was like, it started as a joke, like somebody gave him a dick or something, and he was like, and then he took off. But like what he wants to teach people is that like the penis, I felt like it was a perfect lead-in because you were talking about how the penis is funny, and I think it is. And he just wants people to be able to talk about it more and accept our bodies more. It seems like Icelandic people are all about that. They like bathe naked. They're very open, like with the body and stuff. And they're like the people, and this is my stereotype of them, that like aren't well put together humans. Like they're not fit humans that are like, look at my body.
Yeah.
They're like, like this is my body.
Yeah.
Hairy and all, like.
Yeah, they all got what was his name? Played for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kevin, the basketball player.
Kevin Love?
Yeah, they all got Kevin Love body.
Yeah, and they're like, here I am,
Yeah.
So, there's something to that acceptance, and like Tom Mitchell's loving his penis, love your penis, man. Do whatever you want to do with it. And everybody's just kind of like living life and like accepting it. It's a very open story, and
I think that was a beautiful tale.
Yeah.
And
I love
the
that
tale
little
as old as time.
Yes, I love the fable.
Just somebody out there searching for dick.
Yeah.
In a very non-homosexual way.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't have a problem with that. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. Just a man out there looking for dick.
Yeah. Remember, one in the hair, one in the skin, and a third and a fourth and a fifth are in.
Winterpuss is coming.
Winterpuss is coming.
So, thank you so much for listening. Ansley, did you reach enlightenment this week?
I didn't, but as you said, I had a competition this week, and I feel like I was, like, mentally, I made some growth, and, I admitted something that I didn't want to talk about.
Yeah.
And, and I watched those weird hairy dicks, and like I opened up a little bit to them. So yeah,
Don't open up the weird hairy dicks, please. Please. I didn't think higher consciousness would involve you opening up the dicks. I didn't know. Oh no, I didn't foresee this. Yeah. But that's good. I mean, it's awesome.
Taking steps.
Yeah, taking steps. I mean, that's awesome. I don't think I reached enlightenment either. I did not backslide this week, I don't think.
Right. No backsliding.
That feels good.
Dude, we cleaned up our house today as a family and did an art project. We had a beautiful day.
We forward slid.
Yes, definitely.
We fucking forward slid as
on
a
that
family.
foreskin.
Yeah, we did. We foreskinned into the future as a family. Also, and look at her new digs. I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Yes.
You know? So, thank you so much for listening, everybody. That was Two Jack Bros. If that was your first time listening,
Thank you, guys.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's us. That's us right there. And so we're going to do some shout-outs right now to some of the faithful, some of the people that have been holding us down from the beginning, and, of course, some of the people that have been coming into our lives recently as this podcast reaches people and inspires people to some sort of action.
And they reach
Right?
us, right?
Yeah, it's pretty sick. You know, and again, whatever we can help you do to move forward towards a higher consciousness, let us know, because that thing that we help you do is going to also be information for us, so we'll get helped, we'll move forward.
Yeah.
And like, again, a rising degenerate raises all shit, right?
Yes.
And that's what this is. This is the higher consciousness podcast for degenerates.
We can go to the top of the hill together, people.
Yeah, but it's going to be metaphysically. You're going to stay right where the fuck you are. So shout out to Mike Butler, Mike Levy, Liz Bott, Doc, Kevin Stevens, Julian from Canada, and his wife Meg.says.so. She saved us during the pandemic. She's a seamstress. She made us some masks. She's awesome. It was early on, too.
Yeah.
Early on. And shout out Kevin Lau, Mary Jo Butterly, Nicole Raj. Oh, and also her podcast, So and Tell.
Yeah.
I think it's like a big podcast. It's like a seamstress podcast that's pretty big. Well, girls are weird. But shout out
You're
to
lucky
them.
they're patching up your pants with your dick holes in it.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's definitely an underappreciated trade in the technological world that we live in now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Mary Jo Butterly, Nicole Raj, Janelle, Courtney, Coach Rick, Keith Butts, Andrew Pace, Kyle Hancock, Erica Daniels, Levi Mercer, Justin Masabi, Ezekiel Ellis, Logan, Roger, Ryan, Joe, Rob, Joe
you're like
Francis,
stuck
Roger
in
Downs.
there. Where are you?
I don't know what happened.
Where are you?
I don't know what happened.
Get grounded, Sidney.
Yeah, shout out Joe Francis, his girlfriend's company, Saved by the Wreath. I hope she actually still has that business.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Wreaths. There was no better time to have wreaths in your life than this past year.
Yeah.
I think she's thriving.
So it's a good wreath year.
Yeah.
It's a good wreath year. T.J. James, our man down under holding us down. Nick Cupsey and his 2 books. He's an author. His 2 books, Lost in the Mail and The 5 People You Meet in Wawa. This old guy, don't remember who you are, but we're just hoping you made it through. Chris Bruno, Kevin McGran, Graham Hoffman, Chris Tucker, Derek Towson, Sean Dowdy, Guy Patterson, Brian Bachner, Scotty Rodriguez, Sean, the Boner King, king of all boners. Dude, he'd love this episode.
Yeah,
he had to love this episode.
Yeah.
Right? John Montag, Sam Amon, Cam Snyder, Atlas Tugged, and Jacob Amin.
Yes.
I got to put them down here.
Yeah.
I'm so slow with this because I can't do it as we're closing up.
And, yeah,
you know?
I know.
And then when we close up and we're
That's
like,
it.
the Patreon, we're going to get the Patreon. Also, check out our Patreon.
Yes.
And you're currently listening to Melissa Vile Kingdom and her band, Circadian Clock. Thank you so much, Melissa. She also did our intro. Thank you for that. And, check out Melissa's stuff on Beethoven Violin and all of her band stuff on Spotify. We love you guys. Thank you so much. We are on to the Patreon.
Hope you join us. Love you. Bye.